Have you ever wondered if she's dropping hints to see if you're interested? The truth is, women often use subtle signs, small actions that seem casual but actually mean a lot. Knowing how to spot these signals can make all the difference in connecting with her. Today, we're going to dive into 8 clear signs that a woman might be testing the waters with you. By the end, you'll be able to recognize what her actions really mean. So, if you're ready to understand her better and maybe even take things to the next level, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. 1. Open-ended questions. One of the first things you might notice is that she asks you open-ended questions. These aren't just casual "how's it going" questions. Instead, they're questions that invite a story or give you a chance to open up. For instance, she might ask, "What's the most fun thing you did over the weekend?" instead of just "Did you have a good weekend?" By asking these types of questions, she's showing curiosity about your life beyond surface-level details. Open-ended questions help her gauge how much you're willing to share and if there's a deeper connection between you two. So, next time she throws an open-ended question your way, see it as an invitation to reveal a bit more about yourself. And, if you're interested, respond with a story that lets her see more of who you are. It might just open the door to an even more meaningful conversation. 2. The intense lean-in. The next sign is the intense lean-in. If she leans closer to you during a conversation, it's more than just a casual move. This subtle gesture often means she's trying to create a bit of intimacy, checking if you're equally engaged and attracted. When she leans in, it's like she's closing the space between you two, creating a small, private world where it's just you and her. Pay attention to your own body language here. If you lean in as well, it reinforces the connection. She'll pick up on this and feel encouraged to continue building that closeness. But if you pull back or seem uncomfortable, she might interpret that as a signal that you're not as interested. This is one of those nonverbal cues that speak volumes. So the next time she leans in, think of it as a test to see if you're ready to let her in a little closer. 3. She tests your memory. Another way she might gauge your interest is by subtly testing your memory. Let's say she mentions something small, like a big event coming up, or a funny story from her past. Later, she might bring it up again or hint at it, hoping you remember. If you do, it shows her that you're paying attention, that you care about the details of her life. This memory test is her way of seeing if you're invested. She wants to know if you're not just hearing her, but actually listening and remembering what she shares. For example, if she told you about an important work presentation, she might be looking for you to ask about it later. Remembering those details and following up shows her you're engaged and genuinely interested. So, keep an ear out for these hints, and don't be afraid to bring them up later. It's a small gesture, but it can mean a lot to her. 4. Casual touches. Have you noticed her casually touching you? Maybe a light brush on your arm while she's laughing, or a playful nudge when you're talking. These small touches might seem innocent, but they're often a way for her to gauge how comfortable you are with physical closeness. Physical contact is one of the oldest forms of flirting, and she's using it as a subtle test to see how you react. If you respond positively, smiling back, or maybe even touching her arm lightly in return, she'll likely see that as a green light to keep building that connection. On the other hand, if you seem uncomfortable or pull away, she might take it as a signal to hold back. These casual touches are her way of seeing if there's a spark between you two, without coming right out and saying it. 5. Subtle invitations. One of the more clever ways she might try to gauge your interest is through subtle invitations. Instead of directly asking you to hang out, she'll mention a movie she wants to see, a new restaurant she's curious about, or even just that she's free over the weekend. She's essentially opening a door, hoping you'll take the hint and suggest doing one of those things together. This is her way of testing if you'll take the initiative. If you pick up on these hints and suggest hanging out, it shows her that you're interested. But if you don't respond, she might feel you're not as invested. So keep an ear out for these subtle invitations, and don't be afraid to take the lead. Sometimes she just needs a little nudge to feel comfortable spending more time with you. 6. Mentioning her singleness. Here's a classic. If she casually brings up that she's single, it's often her way of signaling that she's open to dating and possibly interested in you. She might say something like, "It's been a while since I've been on a date," or "I've been single for a bit and wouldn't mind meeting someone new." This is her way of hinting at her availability without directly asking if you're interested. She's testing the waters to see how you respond. If you react by showing interest, maybe asking her what she's looking for in a partner, or sharing your own thoughts on dating, she'll see it as a sign that you're open to the idea. It's a subtle move, but one that can lead to a deeper connection if you're paying attention. So, next time she mentions her single status, take it as an opportunity to engage and maybe even steer the conversation toward a date. 7. Seeking your help. When she asks for your help, it's not always just about needing assistance. Whether it's asking for advice on a decision, help with a project, or suggestions for something she's interested in, seeking your help is her way of creating more moments with you. It's a chance to see how you respond and if you're willing to invest your time and effort into being there for her. This also allows her to see how you interact together. If you jump in enthusiastically and enjoy helping her, she'll pick up on the positive vibes and feel more comfortable around you. But if you seem reluctant or uninterested, it might make her question if you're as invested as she hoped. Helping her out might seem small, but it's a clear opportunity to show you care, and it gives her a chance to gauge your interest on a deeper level. 8. Dropping hints about what she likes in a guy. Another sign she might be trying to test your interest is when she drops hints about her ideal guy. She could casually mention how much she admires someone who's funny, confident, or passionate about his hobbies. Or maybe she'll talk about how attractive she finds it when a guy is thoughtful and respectful. This is her way of seeing if you embody some of the qualities she finds appealing. She's putting out feelers to see if you align with what she's looking for. If you start demonstrating these traits, whether by being funny, confident, or showing kindness, it shows her that you're attuned to her hints. This subtle approach allows her to express what she's attracted to without directly asking you to step up. It's a way of testing compatibility while keeping things light and indirect. And there you have it. 8 subtle signs that a woman might be trying to see if you're interested in her. From open-ended questions to casual touches, each of these signs gives you a clue about her intentions. Remember, none of these signs alone are a guarantee, but if you're noticing several of them, it's a good indication she's interested in getting to know you better. If this video helped you understand her signals, hit the like button, subscribe to Psychology of Desire for more insights on relationships, and let us know in the comments which of these signs you've noticed before. I'm Adam, and I'll see you next time. Don't miss out on these clues. Sometimes they're the first step towards something amazing.